Hello folks, so today we are here and we are going to revisit a recipe that I did over 9 years ago. I'm going to make a callaloo quiche, guys, and I want to just quickly show you my list of ingredients. I have a tricolor, maybe four, tricolor of peppers, including jalapeno, and I have some garlic. Here I have some dried beef jerky that I'm going to use for flavoring. I also have a purple onion and I have some eggs. I'm going to use just about 3 of these eggs. I also have some whipping cream and I have a pre-made pie crust. Callaloo quiche is one of those dish that is so beautiful. It's such a nice way to represent the, humble callaloo. I have some callaloo here that I washed and drained and picked and everything. And I'm just gonna get ready to assemble this dish right now. So guys, stick and stay. I did this recipe, as I said, 9 years ago and never revisited it. And I am gonna do that now and make sure say you all see what I have to offer with this awesome callaloo quiche. Me have a little split in my pie crust there, but me go fix that. Guys, stick and stay, don't go away. Yardie Belly TV. Remember me tell you. So the first thing I want to do, guys, is I want to prepare my pie crust. And the pie crust itself takes a little while to bake. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to pre-bake the pie crust by sticking the pie crust, making some holes. And I'm going to do so around the sides as well. And then I'm going to pop it in my toaster oven to start baking at 350 for just about maybe 5 minutes just to get it set, because you don't want to put the mixture on top of your pie crust and everything gets wet and soggy and all of that. So I'm going to start by just putting my pie crust through the rigger and getting it ready. So let me just continue using my fork to make pinholes right around, and then I'm going to pop it in the oven. So my pie crust is ready and I'm just gonna stick it in the toaster oven right now. Yeah, and just make sure say we get it nice and pre-baked. Yeah, the toaster oven is at 350, so just gonna make it bake right quick. You understand? So now we have the pie crust in the oven. We're gonna just start getting ready to sort out the rest of the ingredients. I'm gonna just cut up my vegetables and then I'm gonna saute the jerky and the callaloo, and we're getting ready to assemble our quiche. Remember me tell you. Let's cut up these ingredients right now. So I have my pot on the stove now after cutting up the ingredients, and I'm just adding some coconut oil to this. And guys, I'm using a little bit of oil because you don't want this to be too soggy. All right, so you just add a little bit of oil to the pan, and the coconut oil obviously will make it very nice, taste good and everything. And so that's what we're doing there. All right, and to the coconut oil you want to add your little beef you know, your dried beef. And again, guys, this is where you can modify it. You can put bacon, you can use ham, you can use saltfish. The reason why I not chosen saltfish is because of how strong a taste saltfish does have, and saltfish will overpower your quiche if you're not careful. All right. So, and you don't have to add anything at all. If you wanted to add some mushroom, you could add some mushroom just to, you know, put variety in your dish, but you don't have to. It's not a must. All right. So I'm just gonna add my beef now and just quickly saute it and make it flavor up the pot. And guys, it smells good already. I tell you the truth. All right. It smells good already. All right. Then the next thing I'm gonna add now, just as the beef start to release some oils, is my garlic. Right away. And you want to just get some vibes going, some aroma out of this. All right. Add my garlic. And as soon as my garlic starts to smell up the place, I know it is time to add the rest of my vegetables. I'm gonna add my onion. And try to get my onions wilted. I'm using red onions for this exercise. You can use whatever onions you like. Wow, the flavor is immense already. Nice. And you just want to stir fry this. Yeah, let me show you. I'll go under the pot. And guys, because this is gonna be baking, you really don't want it to stay too long, and that's why I'm also using the pan in this type of dry way, because you don't want too much water form, because it will offset the cream that you're gonna make, or the custard that you're gonna make to bake the dish in. All right. So this is the optional part of the dish where you can add your own varied ingredients too, and make it how you want. Now I'm gonna add the rest of my cut-ups, my peppers. And I'm using jalapeno there, but you can use Scotch bonnet if you so choose. And just quickly saute that for another 5 or 10 seconds. Then I'm adding in my thyme, adding in some dried thyme. Wow, starts to smell good already. And now I'm gonna add my callaloo, and I literally had my callaloo drying, you know, so that it does not, it's sort of more crispy. So you can dry your callaloo, make sure that it works how you want it. There you go. Look at that. There you go. Awesome. And you want to incorporate the ingredients into your callaloo. You want your callaloo to just go on with its thing now. I'm going to add a couple more items. Just some little seasoning items. I have some, I'm going to be careful with the salt content because you don't want to over salt this thing. I have some table blend, which is comparable to Mrs. Dash, you know, so you can add some table blend, which is just a blend of herbs. And I got this one at Aldi supermarket. All right, and it's supposed to be salt free, so again, just be careful. And you don't need much, you know, because you're gonna add it to the quiche, you're gonna add it to the custard. You don't really need much to make this work. All right, and my callaloo is wilting nicely. Just gonna give it a couple more minutes for the the stems to start to get nice, you know. All right, sorry about the knocking, guys. You know, it's a kitchen, it's an active kitchen. All right, so let me grab a little bit of garlic powder. Some garlic powder right there. There you have it. All right, so see there, guys, dry same way, nice flavor coming through. And I'm gonna just turn the stove off now and let the residual heat finish the job. All right, because you want your callaloo to be nice and crunchy. You don't want it to look terrible when you go to cut into your quiche. All right, so I'm just gonna turn my stove off and make the residual heat finish the job. I'm gonna cover the pot and leave it there to do its thing. All right, and next thing we're gonna do now is work on the filling, all right, or the custard. Let's go. So now I have my eggs, and I'm just gonna crack my eggs. And the wifey would tell me that I have to take out the eye out of the eggs, so I'm gonna try to do that right now. Right, that's one. And guys, I don't know about you, but it's the most tedious thing to try and get this membrane off because them not like it. All right, that's one. That's two. Lord help me. God, this part is hard, guys. And that's just because the wife broke my body now. All right, I got it. Okay. So we have 3 eggs down. Now, I wonder if I should use 4? What do you guys think? Should I use 4 eggs? I think I should use 4 eggs. All right, so we're gonna use 4 eggs. The original recipe I did 9 years ago called for 3 eggs, but I can remember that we barely had enough to fill the pie crust back then. So I'm going for 4. All right, there you go. All right, wash my hands, dry off my hands. I have my whisk here. All right, and so we're just gonna whisk these eggs now. And then I'm gonna add some stuff to the eggs just for seasoning purpose. I'm gonna add some more garlic powder. I'm gonna add a little bit of oregano. And for color, I'm gonna add some paprika, all right? Make sure say you get a nice little color. Just a little bit, guys, nothing over the top. I'm also gonna add some cilantro pepper. I'm gonna also add some black pepper, freshly ground black pepper. and just whisk. Nice. Now I have my heavy whipping cream that I will be adding, and the whipping cream is basically what's gonna make the custard, all right? And you want to add maybe about 1/4 cup to start. You don't want to overdo it, because remember, this is gonna go into the pie crust, and the ingredients are gonna go in the pie crust as well. So you don't want it too thin, you know. Awesome. And then I'm gonna add my cheese. And here I have just a blend of Italian cheeses. Yeah, because quiche is European. So just add your cheese. Make yourself comfortable. Don't skimp on the cheese. All right. And you just want to save some for the top. Look at that, guys. Awesome. And I know this can take a little bit more heavy cream, just a little bit more. Nice. 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 Consistency is great. And it feels nice in your hand. Yeah. Cheese is blending in nice. And now we're gonna get our pie crust and assemble our pie. All right, or our quiche. Yeah, man. And there we have our pie crust, guys. Just put it in the oven for maybe 5 minutes or so. Not so long, and see it start to get puffy. Yeah, you want it that way because you want to make sure that the pie itself is cooked. You don't want to put the quiche in a raw pie. All right, so we're gonna start the assembling process right now. All right, so now you just want to add in your callaloo mixture. And be generous with your callaloo mixture. No skimp on the callaloo. You understand? The crust, it's callaloo quiche, so you don't want overdo the cheeses and all of that, and don't put callaloo in the something. Every bite's supposed to come up with mountains of callaloo. You understand? So you add in your callaloo mixture, like so, like so. And now you're gonna spoon in your quiche, your cream. And make the liquid part go in first so that it can go down deep, and then you go in with the cheeses afterwards. Well, look, guys. Nice. Just a little bit left. And I'm gonna go all in. All in, we go all in. That fourth egg almost carried over the top. There you go. And the good thing about it is, guys, even if it goes over the edge, it's still in a pie crust. So you're good to go. All right. There you have it right there. Gonna put this back in a 350-degree oven. All right. And I'm gonna put a little water in the bottom of this pan here so that it creates sort of water bath. So the eggs grab almost immediately, so that it bakes thoroughly and not burn, you know, before it is thoroughly baked. All right. After a couple minutes, I'm gonna sprinkle some cheese on the top to make the cheese melt in nicely, and I might just come back around with a layer of butter just to give this crust a nice golden texture. But this is it. Look good, right? Look nice, don't it? Tell the truth. So it's been about 30 minutes or so, and this is the end result. Yeah, this is the quiche right here, guys. And I love how it look. Yeah man, nice. You know, just reach a point. Yours is a little bit soft still, so I might put it back in there for a little bit. Around the edges is nice. Everything looks beautiful, guys. Look at that. Yeah man, I just gotta put it back in for a little bit and make it just toast a little bit more around the edge, around the middle right there. So yeah, but so far looking very good. What do you think? Look good? Can't wait for slice into it. So guys, see the finished thing here. Yeah, I gotta just cut it and show you guys. You know, but this is it. This is it. Look how the something look good, man. Look nice. Yeah. Callaloo quiche. It turned all the way up. Yardie TV says so now. Make sure you try it. Make sure you try to make it. And I promise you're gonna enjoy it. Look at it. Just look at it. My Callaloo quiche. That take life. That take life. I don't talk. Remember, I tell you, watch it. Watch it. Trust me. So there you have it, guys. My retake on the Callaloo quiche. Yes, I originally made this one over 9 years ago. Have not seen anybody make anything like this one. They've made quiche, but it's the one without the crust. And so I decided to do it again. It turned out beautifully. Wonderful. It tastes good. And it's a great breakfast item. It takes the Callaloo and put it up in the art cuisine levels. And I definitely think you should try this one in your neck of the woods. Very simple, very easy to make, and satisfying. Guys, remember to like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend about Yardie TV, because that's what we do around here. Turn on and make fashion and make something divine. It was very tasty, very delicious. Guys, go ahead and make this one now. Callaloo quiche, Yardie TV style. Remember.